Jackie's back. Back again. Hey, what's up, Jack Gallman? Good to see you. Good morning. Siren is in the house. Good to see you, Siren. Amy Harrell. Hope you're doing well. I am confused, Amy. A couple of your last posts have completely confused me. Well, one day I'll figure it out. Eric, good morning. Paula, good morning. How are you two?
Good morning. Good morning.
Wonderful.
Good morning.
And you?
I'm doing well. I have put a poll in chat. We were talking about this. I want to talk a little bit about this today. Gene Hackman, you guys know Gene Hackman died a week ago. They finally figured out what's going on with that. But I want to know, of these four, there's too many good ones, so I just chose four. What is your favorite Gene Hackman movie? So I wanted you to put that in chat. You'll see that there. If it's not one of the four, then feel free to enter it into chat. Hey, Joe McBride, what's going on, bud? No, I'm assuming there's some sort of game that's part of that, and I'm just missing. Like, I must be totally missing something, Amy. It's all good. No worry. You had me laughing a couple days ago. I was like, what in the hell is she talking about? Hey, Farm Dog. Good morning. How are you, sir? I was wondering, I'm looking up songs and titles. I'm like, what is she talking about? Because, people say stuff and they think you're on board with them. And I'm like, I have no idea. Like,
what chat is Joe McBride in? Is he in the portrait or landscape?
He's in the portrait mode.
Oh, okay. That's why I didn't see him. I did have the right chat open.
Laughing is good for you. It is indeed. It is indeed. I was just trying to figure out, I'm like, okay, is there a game? Am I missing something? Did I miss? I must have missed something. Like it must be this little nuance thing. It went completely over my head. So I'll get with you. I'll eventually figure it out. I've been trying. Hey, John Shank, good morning, sir. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Sloppy Stacks. Welcome to Mooseport. How you? That's a great movie. Yeah, I figured it was games. But yeah, tons of fun. Joe is back in the other one now, so you can see Joe.
Yeah, I just closed that chat out because I thought it was the wrong chat I had open. So
Joe McBride likes Hoosiers. Yeah, so dude, there's so many good Gene Hackman movies.
I forgot about Hoosiers. That is a good one.
Extremely good movie. I had a hard time. I'm like, man, I can only list four. There's like 50 Gene Hackman movies that I like. I mean,
he had quite a career.
Yeah, it's been kind of a doozy to hear. I mean, and we're at that age, right? We're getting to that age where, people at this point, the people that we grew up with are passing and stuff like that. I remember when my grandmother was going through it and all the people from her genre were dying and everything. And she's just like, every day it's like somebody else goes away. But yeah, we're losing some icons, and that's kind of a bummer. I have to fix something here real quick. My sheet got off, so let me fix that real quick and get that sheet back where it needs to be. So sorry about that. One of my items on my portrait mode got all wonky, so I have to fix it real fast. All right. Thank you guys for smashing the likes. I definitely appreciate that.
There we go. Now I'm all set.
Yeah, outstanding. Well, I hope you guys are having a good morning. Thank you all for being here on time. I was wondering how many people were not going to show up because people forgot that it was Spring Forward Day.
Well, I did. Yeah, but I rely on my cell phone for the time, so my cell phone didn't. That's good news.
Hey, Jeff Davis, Flying Dutchman, Darren Ottman, good morning. Good to see you guys. Yeah, Eric and I were talking about that before you came on. If it wasn't for this, we were talking about how did you guys, and this is a question just for chat, how did you guys manage your time before we had our cell phones? How did you guys do that? So I know that Eric and I were talking about the parental figures, the fathers. My case, it would have been my grandfather and my mom. Setting it at 9 o'clock every night, watching the news, doing the shortwave radio thing, listening to the, and I think it's Boulder, Colorado, where the United States atomic clock is. And then you're talking about Greenwich, England, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So how did you guys used to do that? I mean, now we don't have to worry about it. I wake up, my alarm goes off, and I look at my clock, and I'm like, "Oh, that's right. We went forward today."
Well, we had that thing. It was like, I don't know. It was a phone number you could dial that was like, the time is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could also dial the one. Do you guys remember the one where you could dial in and listen? You could do it either on your phone for a phone check to make sure that you were getting a good signal, and it was the one that went boop, boop.
I didn't have a phone.
So you could dial into that, and then you could listen to the phone lines. You could listen to that stuff. You could do one for time, which is, I think, and again, I think if you dialed in, it was the one that connected to Boulder, Colorado. Eric, your dad used what?
Shortwave, and he would go to the atomic clock in Greenwich, England. He would go right to the channel because he was a kind of a stickler about having his watch to the second. He was a strange fellow when it come to time. And they preached, if you're on time, you're late.
Yep, that's how I feel. I am always obnoxiously early. Yeah, I'm always very early.
Good morning, AZ, Darren, Joe McBride, Jeff Davis.
Good morning, all. Yeah, thank you all for coming in and hanging out. It's amazing what used to do. We get so adapted to technology. It was fun to kind of have that conversation this morning and go, the way we used to do stuff was like totally different, right? It wasn't. We always set it at like 9 o'clock at night before we would go to bed. And we would always set it early so that we would go to bed early. So we would never set it at like 9 o'clock and then go to bed at 11, because then you'd wake up and you're like, oh my God, I'm so tired. We would set it and everybody would go to bed early, and then we'd wake up early for church on Sunday, and everybody would be there, and nobody would be there at the 8 o'clock service. Everybody would go to the later one. So fun stuff. Yoxnav, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. So, well, yesterday I asked a couple questions, and that was, can you send me some photos? So I'm going to show the first one. And this one came in. And oops, why are you not working? There you go. Let's pull this one up. Tell me if you guys can see that.
I see it.
Okay.
I see it.
So this was sent to me. It's 72, and
yeah, and it's machine doubling.
Injection doubling. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I want to do is I want to ask why you guys know this.
Because we're smart.
That's smart, Alec. That's no. But why would you say this is ejection, and not you two, but for the folks in chat, why would you say this is ejection doubling and not a doubled die?
Because it is flat.
I said not you. I said not you.
Oh,
Push.
sorry.
I'm going to mute
sorry.
you. I'm going to mute you.
Mute me.
No, because what I want people to do is I want people to start looking at specific items and understanding kind of what they're seeing. I know you know. I know. And if I know you know. It's flat. That's a good one. Well, it's like, don't yell at me, damn it. I'm going to kick you in the butt. Let me show you. Let me show you this one.
So that is a little bit of dye deterioration.
That's so Sloppy is leaning into where I'm like going with this. Usually true doubling will have notching in the letters.
No, it depends on the type of doubling.
Right.
And also machine doubling takes dimensions away from the true design.
That's where I was going. Yeah. So when you look at this area right here, You can see my mouse pointer. This is actually the actual shape of the R.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, this is diminishing that stamp, right? It's diminishing that
right
element
back
there.
into itself.
Huh?
See how it goes right back into itself
Yep.
too?
And again, same thing here. This is just diminishing the overall, again, no notching. It's just flat, but it's diminishing the overall arching. Now, she was talking about dye deterioration. You'll see that really well here.
See on the A showed it really good. Towards on that left leg especially, but both at the bottom. That just kind of flows off of the device. So that's a little bit more. And on the top of the L too. So you have it on both sides of the L, the top and the bottom. That's a little bit more consistent with die wear. And those are big coins. And die wear is super common to see. But either way, it's not hub doubling. So there are often times where you can go back and forth and debate, is it dye deterioration doubling or is it ejection doubling? At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because it's just not hub doubling. And neither one of those have any value. They're worthless. So don't spend too much time, like with damage and stuff like that. Don't spend too much time trying to figure out the cause of something. Just know the effect and know that it either came from the mint that way and is part of the minting process, or it is damaged. Because machine doubling, ejection doubling, that's all damage also. It's after strike damage.
Now this one, the photos are bad. I reached out and asked to get better ones. They haven't sent them in yet. This is an extremely beat up coin.
I don't know if you want me to say something or not.
No, I want chat. I want chat to tell me what they think it is.
And you tell them what you think it is.
I will when I get some answers from them. I don't want to sway them. Morning, Dan. Good to see you, bud.
Morning, Dan.
And welcome.
I'll show you. So I'll show you a couple of these. Again, photos are not very clear. It'd be much nicer if we had some clearer photos. I did ask them to do that. Liquid. Hey, Liquid, I need you to email me your address. I have your package here with your stuff in it, but I never got your address. Can you send me an email to that email address, and I'll get that off today. Do exclamation point email right there.
Nobody's answering. I don't know if they are over on the portrait.
No, nobody's answering. I say it's heat damage from a dryer.
Let me share something with you. Present. Share.
So Liquid, if you'll take that email address there, frostbite@gmail.com, send me your email address or send me your address, and then I will get this off. I have it all packed. It says Liquid right here. I've just been waiting to get that. I was out sick all last weekend, so I apologize for that. But I have your stuff right here. I just need to get that out. So if you will email me, I would greatly appreciate it.
So I shared something if you want to pull that up. If you guys have never been to this blog spot, you need to go to this blog spot. So Frostbyte is correct. But now let me explain something. In this blog, Chris explains it beautifully in his blog. Dryer coin is just kind of a catch-all term, right?
Right.
Just like Vice coin. Yep. It's kind of become like a catch-all term. And dryer coin's a catch-all term for anything that has been caught in a rotational device. So whether it's a washer, dryer, coin counter, whatever. But if you, I'll put this link in the chat and you guys can go here, and he has some, this is for dryer, and this blog is for dryer and spooned coins. He's got some great illustrations here. So if you go down and you scroll through it, the odds are that if when you come across something like that, you're going to find a coin that looks very similar to your coin. So let's scroll down here. So that kind of looks like it. That kind of looks like it. So when you get coins like the one that Frostbyte was showing, and they have a rolled up kind of looking rim, and both sides of the coin look the same, and they've got that mushy detail. The odds are that it is probably a dryer coin. Now, there are some acid stuff that can cause similar looking damage. But like I said on the last thing, at the end of the day, if you can't attribute it to something that happened during the minting process, if it can be duplicated outside of the minting process in your garage or whatever, it is not an error. So don't spend too much time on it. If you want to spend time on something, spend time learning the minting process. It will save you a lot of time at the end of the day. You may spend a couple hours watching a video or studying about the minting process, and you may not learn everything all at one time, but you'll have a good foundation. And at the throughout your coin roll hunting, it will save you a lot of time.
And most people will find it fascinating. It's actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Liquid. Tiger just super chatted $4.99. So thank you so much for that.
Because so most people's coins that come out of the dryer stay in the drum, right? They stay with the coins in the drum. What happens with dryers, and especially commercial dryers, is that they get stuck between the drum and the outer and inner drum. See? They get stuck in there. So what happens is they'll get that rolled up looking rim like this. See how that, even the metal has kind of, on that nickel, is kind of rolled up onto the field. What happens is it acts much like the upsetting mill at the mint. When a blank goes through the upsetting mill to get that upsetting rim, and it becomes a planchet, it has this like rolling effect on it. And
949 with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, 949. Much appreciated, brother. Sorry, Paula.
That's okay.
Have to call out them super chats, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and again, so I'm going to pull this photo back up. And again, so she just showed you this. And I didn't want to say what it was. I wanted to give you guys an opportunity. I haven't replied to these. Again, wanted to make sure that they were able to look at these. So again, when you look at this, look at just the general beat up. I mean, the coin is hammered, right? But you see how it's kind of all just like melted. It looks like it's definitely suffered some heat damage. But this one you can see
both sides of the coin too.
Yeah, both sides of the coin. But you can see how this has kind of been rolled up. You see how it's kind of been rolled up around that edge. And you see how it looks like it's kind of been melted inside there. So you can see this coin's been squished together like she was talking about. Almost like it's been in an upsetting mill, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to look at this and kind of see what was going on. So, but
I'm gonna grab this link and put it in the chat.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be good.
And I don't know if somebody wants to throw it over into the portrait chat also.
Yep, we'll do.
Good morning.
And then I'm going to respond to these really quickly. You hearing me type?
Well, I am.
I reduced the amount of, let me pull this up real quick. Okay, now I'm going to have to post this in the description later on, but there's that link that's located now. It's in both sides. So thank you for that, Paula. But those are the only ones I've received from the from email. I'm going to continue to watch email if you have additional coins. Let's do that. Farm Dog, I just got your email. Thank you so much. I'll get that out today. I've got it right here, so I'll make sure I get that out today. I apologize for that not arriving earlier. Magnuson, good morning. How you doing? Well, hope you're doing well. Coin Junkie's in the house. Good morning, Coin Junkie. It's good to see you guys. Rockzilla, good day. Will you guys do me a favor? If you guys have any questions, please feel free to enter them into chat. And Magnus says, hey, gang, thank you so much for explaining that. You're absolutely welcome. Sundays, we kind of just talk about general items. I know that I was going to talk a little bit more about, most of you guys know Gene Hackman. You guys heard that they have explained what happened with him. For those of you that don't know what's going on in that situation, his wife died of hantavirus, which is really strange. You can only get that from either rat pee or rat feces. Very rare. What did you say, Eric? 140 cases or something like that?
146 cases in New Mexico in 50 years.
So, morning, Red Silver. Good day, sir. So, yeah, very sad story. Gene Hackman died. He had Alzheimer's. Unfortunately, had not fed himself. Probably didn't even know he wasn't eating. And caused cardiac issues from it. And then because his dog had been at a vet, was in a cage, and then unfortunately the dog wasn't able to get food and stuff and died of starvation. So very sad, but no foul play. Everything's on the up and up there. So if you guys haven't heard about that, just give you an update, let you guys know what's going on that end. Eric, you may or may not do your reveal today, correct?
Right. I've got to get my garage in order so they can get into the roof, and it's taking longer than I expected. What class on double dice? That is kind of hard just to discuss without an actual visual aid, but there are good tips on double die classes.
Here, copy. I'm gonna post this one in the chat because this one is probably one of the best that's available out there. Joe, grab this link.
Good.
Which one is that? Is that the Wexler?
No, it's the 9 classes of double dice from Koneka.
Right, and Wexler only does 8, even though I heard personally he is on the bandwagon of 9, that it's only Brian Ribar that's left with the thinking that class 9 and class 8 are the same.
Okay, the classes of double dice has been put into both sides. Good morning, Steve. Good day, sir. Yeah, Tiger was saying that my poll was unfair because I could only list 4 videos instead of 40.
You should have had an other.
Well, and that's why I said just post it in chat. So there's too many. I mean, he had 54 movies or something like that. Enemy of the State
was pretty darn good. So that
I really enjoyed Enemy of the State. But he always played a decent villain. So I have a hard time not liking him in all 4 of those movies. Lex Luthor was iconic.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just, God, it's so hard. But that's a good question. So Paula, do you want to kind of talk about, we can pull up some coin examples and talk about the various classifications?
I mean, it is a tough thing to talk about. Like I said, the link's right there. People can go through, and it's pretty good descriptions on there. And most of the classes, I think that they actually give like examples that you can go look at.
I have a whole series of shorts too that talk about the classes of double dice. Remember I did those?
That's right, you did.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Wechsler's in there too.
Yeah, the examples with every class, they give like examples. And you can go to Variety Vista or any, Variety Vista. If it's a Lincoln set, you can go to Chuck's and actually look up that coin and look at the double die examples that are on there. Because on those sites, they tell you what class it is. Now, you can get a little bit confused because sometimes Chuck and Wechsler, or sometimes Wechsler and Wiles don't agree on what the class is.
That's right. There's interpretation involved. Do you see, clockwise spread, or do you see distorted or distended, or, there's all sorts of it. In visual interpretation is the whole thing. One person might say, hey, it's a class 1, and the other person, class 1's pretty hard to not agree on. But class
1 and class 5, Joe, are the two that are probably going to be your most obvious.
When you get into class 2, you start getting into where, you see like Chuck, you'll see class 2 plus 4 plus 6.
Yeah, multiple
classes, because it's actually got multiple areas.
So if you go to my channel, you go to my main channel, and on the right next to membership, there's that little thing there. If you type in class of double dice, you'll get all those shorts that I created that's been done over a year ago. And it gives you some photos of each one of those and shows you what they look like.
Yeah, class 4 to offset, you can but I think that
an easy way with class 4 is all doubled eyelids usually are class 4.
Yeah.
There are stuff on like the Date and Liberty that can be class 4, or on Trust, like the little extra
class 4 is often one that is combined with another type.
Yeah.
But I think that class 1 and class 5 are probably your most obvious ones, the ones that most people are familiar with.
And then we got the controversial one, 7.
Yeah.
Or 9.
Yeah, that's
7 is the one that Chuck wants. I think that might be what Chuck wanted to get together and talk about. But
I think there's only the 41 Ps left that they consider class 7, and that is, I'm not certain that's a
that's on the T, right?
On the T's, either of the T's, but there's like re-engraving where they said the die broke and they had to cut it out or something like that. And they're pretty cool when you find them. But now supposedly somebody says there's a class 7 on a 1909. Surprise!
It is, but would you consider the thing that gets where the waters get muddied is a broken die versus a modified?
Right.
Why would you call a broken die modified? It's not.
Well, they supposedly modified it to finish the T. That's
not modified.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Don't shoot the messenger.
No, I know, but that's the discussion. That's where, is it really modified? I mean, when you take a car and you modify a car, you change its appearance,
right? And that basically came out from Breen.
Yeah, I know.
For the 1958
that guy was smart and he did a lot of good stuff, but he also kind of should.
Well, I can see where he would think that would be an overdate, but it would, if it was an overdate, it wouldn't be class 7. It wouldn't be a re-engravement. It would be.
It would be a class 3.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Paula.
Yes.
Do not answer this.
Okay.
I wonder, does that mean I can answer it?
No, it means you can't either.
No. Don't
call me Paula.
You just don't chime in as much as I do.
What class of double die is this based off of the information that Paula was talking about? Oh, shoot. What did I just
do? And don't go look, because you won't find the right answer.
Sorry about that. There you go. I love this coin.
I do too.
Well, there's also some very deceptive clashes that happen in that area on that coin that make it that people mistake for doubled dies, and they're actually die clashes.
Very cool stuff.
We are farmers. That's you're welcome. That's the earbug I have right now, or earworm I have going on.
Dan McCumber says class 4. Magnuson says 6. Come on, Joe, take a stab at it.
This coin opened up a whole can of worms.
It's the reason I'm showing it.
Yep.
Joe says class 3.
Class 3 is design hub doubling. Remember that, like the 42 over 41 Merc dime and the 43 over 42 Jefferson.
I got this one right though, right, Paula?
One double die 43S over 2 now in the Lincoln cents.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's.
All right. Well, we got a couple good guesses. Thank you guys for guessing. Now, the reason that I showed this particular coin is exactly what Paula was talking about earlier. This coin opened up a whole can of worms because it was, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was presumed this kind of doubling couldn't happen with the way that we did the minting process. And this kind of turned things upside down and put everything ass backwards and put it on its head. So this is class 1.
Correct.
And
this is class 1 doubling.
About it, actually.
Say again?
The experts argue about it. James Wild says it's a class 8. Wexler says it's a class 1. I think Ken Potter says it's a class 1, doesn't he?
Originally, everybody thought it was a class 8.
Right. Well,
but
I know
there
that
were conversations had with the mint, because the only reason they assumed it was a class 8 is because they assumed the mint was only doing single squeeze.
Right.
And so it had to have either been a class 8 or class 9. It couldn't have been any of the others. If that was actually
right.
true.
Well, even now,
it was.
The mint admitted that $50, the bigger the coin, the less likely you get the single squeeze. So
there was a mint employee that a conversation was had with that knew how this one happened.
Right.
And said that it actually was rotated, and it was a multi-squeeze event.
Yeah, so there's a lot of discussion about this coin, and again, this is where it's very important. Number one, to understand the minting process. But when there are questions like this, and you look at the severe doubling, you look at the doubling all the way through where the keys are, you can see the doubling through the key there. You see the line of where the wood in the piano or the mold in the piano was, you can see that down below. Everything is rotated, right? So that's that rotated hub doubling. Being able to go back to the source, right? And really find out what happened, because again, and Paula, you're going to have to correct me if I say this wrong, based off of the design and the way that they said they do this type of doubling is not supposed to happen.
It is not.
It is not supposed to happen. No.
And so Nana, there is, and she's like, there's so much to remember. It's hard to take it in. You don't have to become experts at everything. I tell people all the time, my goal is not to become an expert at numismatics. My goal is to learn as much as I can and share sources of information with you, making sure that you guys have access to the resources that are available and know where to find them. That's like my major driver for having a channel and doing that. There is no way. Now, Paula has decades of learning, and she's had some extremely good mentors. Eric's had decades, right?
Barely even a decade.
Oh, no, you've had more than that, right?
No, sir.
You're still that young
No,
when it comes to
sir.
your numismatic knowledge? I thought you'd been doing this since you were like in your 30s.
No, I did not start collecting until, gosh, I want to say like 2015, 2016.
Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, well, but it shows you in a short amount of time. But Paula is very driven
But
when it comes to research.
Studied.
Yeah, and she studied that, but she's also been very, very, very fortunate with the people she's been able to surround herself around. She's had some solid mentors. I mean, solid mentors. And that makes a difference, right? So again, you can't remember everything, Nana. Don't even try to. Just understand where you can find it, understand and have good contact points for certain specific information. And as Eric said yesterday, Paul is really good with errors, right? She understands errors and varieties really well. But we have experts, and again, I know you hate that word. We have very knowledgeable people that cover all range of coins. So if you ever have any question, reach out. We'll make sure we connect it. Oh, by the way, Sean reached out to me yesterday via email claiming the poker chip. And he has confirmed he would like to come up on panel one time and just chit chat and talk. So
well, it'd be nice to see him. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Blue Ridge Silverhound will be on channel here within the next month or so. We'll find 949. Unfortunately, that is something that they pushed out, and I can't figure out how to turn that off. I have looked. Well, they're like ads are enabled in something or other, and my channel's been opted into this particular item. I reached out to him and said, I don't want ads while I'm streaming. And I have, you look at my settings, I don't have active ads on, and my ads are running.
And that's been happening in Chuck's streams too.
And so I have looked through the settings, tried to find out how to remove that. It's a YouTube push. So I've got to figure out if it is a short-term interim new thing that they're pushing out to certain channels that have like regular live streams or stuff like that. Because I have people that they infrequently do live streams and they don't get them. So I don't know if they have kind of determined that there's a regular swath of people and they've been done, hey, you're going to be implemented into this. I did get a message about it, but I don't know how to turn it off. So I'm going to continue to look for that because I would rather not have ads. But people have told me that I got ads popping up in here now. So
it happens just on occasion.
Well, like I said yesterday, if you want to support the channel and you can't afford to help out, watch the ads. It does help the channel. It helps the content creator. So
ultimately, YouTube's platform is all their revenue is from advertising. So
yes,
that's why they're forcing people to watch advertisements because they want more advertisement.
So if you get an ad and it's during, we're talking about something and it's interrupt, you want to hear what we're saying or whatever, type into chat, ad, pause or something like that. And we'll wait and watch the ad, it does help go get a cup of coffee or something else. And
I have no problem repeating myself. Paula has no problem repeating herself. We can do that. If you're like, hey, I missed that. Can you go back? Sean Weitzel said, I always like Gene in The Quick and the Dead. I could only choose 4 movies in this little poll. But there are so many damn good Gene Hackman movies. I could have just said other, and then the category would have been 100%. Because there's just so many of them.
I don't know. I think Enemy of the State might be my favorite Gene Hackman movie.
Yeah, it's
just because that look when he looks at that camera.
Yeah,
that look in his eye. That was like
never
perfect.
Look Up, right?
Right.
Yeah, Robert, it is happening in a lot of places. And again, I did get notification of it. There's a thing that comes up when you have the chats. Hey, YouTube is pushing this out. Do you want to do this? And even if you say no, and I may have said yes, not understanding exactly what it was. It's like, We can do that because I can always turn it off, but I can't find the setting. But I've had a couple people send me messages saying, "Hey, we're starting to see ads in chat," and I was like, "What do you mean ads in chat? I don't get them."
Ida's does it. When you're just sitting there watching Ida's, she gets ads in the middle of her broadcast in the morning, and like I know Chuck's does, and it's not every time. It's like here and there, a couple times a week.
Yeah, and I'm on. I have YouTube Premium or whatever that is, and I don't get that very often. I don't get ads very often, but these ones I'm even getting in Premium, and it's like, what the hell? So,
but I don't mind the ads.
I don't. I mean, I don't either. Now there are people who put them on aggressive, and like every 5 minutes you're getting an ad. That gets annoying. But when I do ads, like I'll do them in my videos, and they're set for 30 minutes. Or if I'm going to be doing something where I want to do that, yeah, it's fairly new, 949. But yeah, so is what it is. They're trying to grow their base, and like Paula said, it's all about ad revenue, right? So, and there's another thing.
Somebody said something a long time ago about this, and I agree completely. We are given, it doesn't cost us anything. I mean, if you want to stream on YouTube without, StreamYard or whatever, it doesn't cost you a thing. You can do it for totally free.
Yep.
It gives you a completely free platform to show off your kitty cats, whatever you want to do, right? It's entertainment for you, and it's free. But they are a business, and they have to make money also.
Yep.
And so I have a hard time complaining about it, because it does give me a free place to teach about coins and talk about coins, and it's my entertainment. And so if I have to watch a few ads, I'll watch a few ads.
Which pennies, Amy? Are you talking about the ones on Eric's? What are those pennies, Eric?
They are 3 rolls of 2009 LP1.
Are you going to be opening or selling those?
I don't know. I just wanted something to take up my screen, and they were within arm's reach.
I got you.
That's usually what it is. It's something that's like I just grab it and put it under there. Nothing special, nothing, no reason for it.
I got a really cool, I don't know where it went. Where did it go? Got something in really cool yesterday, and I can't find it. Somebody, where did it go? I'm giving it to Bifrost. Here it is. Cookie. And I don't know who this came from. I wish I knew who it came from. YPS. I don't know who did this, but it's a little 1.5 ounce silver heart. That's pretty cool. I like that. So go, I don't know who sent it to me, but it's for Bifrost. It's got Bifrost's name on it.
I love this guy. Ida sent this to me. I don't know what she's trying to tell me.
What does it say?
It says, no, I gotta pull it up. I can't read it.
I'm trying to stop being mean, but y'all have to stop being so stupid first.
Nice. Jaeger Ford Silver. Thanks, Kevin.
What she's trying to tell me, but
thanks, Kevin. I didn't know what that was. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. So somebody sent it to me and said, "This is for Bifrost. $1. Thank you for support." I thought that's cool as hell. So I wanted to say thank you for that.
Is Joe?
Say that one more time.
Coin Junkie. Joe McBride says Coin Junkie's excited when he heard 2009. He loves searching 2009.
Oh yeah, he got a little He got a little chubby.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny about that is one of the I got Jamie. One of the funnest live streams I had been to was when Coin Junkie, and he hit the jackpot. I mean, this roll was loaded with double dice, and he was like, oh, 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 guys, that's number
There's another
10.
one.
God. And I was sitting back and I was so happy because it was cool. I mean, he was finding some extremely good looking double dice. And it was so much fun, so energetic. Absolutely fun to watch. If you haven't watched one of his coin openings, go check that out. It's a lot of fun. He's definitely passionate. Now, this guy also has come across or come a long way in the past year. He has studied and researched and asked thousands of questions to really understand what he's looking for when he's searching. And he searches almost as much as Dirty Water does. Like, this guy's always searching. But Dirty Water finds a lot, but he searches a ton of coins.
He searches a lot of coins.
He searches a ton of coins. It's like Adam, right? People are always like, well, how do you find that? He's like, well, he looks through thousands of coins a week. So the more you look, the more you'll find.
And that is a fact.
Yeah.
Angry, what's up, brother? Hey, speak of Angry.
I just get to look at everybody else's.
You want to see one of my favorite pieces from Angry? Check this thing out.
Nice.
I've called it my X. It's a battle axe.
Battle axe.
Such cool detail. I actually have another. My favorite piece is stored away, and it was actually a ship coin. Phenomenal. Poor. He does some amazing stuff. Very cool. And I have an SR-71 Blackbird that he poured that I'm getting pretty soon. I know Paula will like that one. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So, Liquid Electrum. I got a roll of 50-cent Philippines MacArthur. The whole roll was DDO DDR. Fun score. That is cool. Liquid, if you have the opportunity, send me photos to that email address and I will post those. That is really cool. I wonder if somebody had, well, you have that happen, right, Eric, where you buy a roll that somebody had built?
Oh, yeah. And, you know, here's the thing. When you look at rolls of coins, you don't know what the person looked for before you looked at it. Sometimes they're not looking for anything. They're just putting the roll together and selling it. You know, a lot of dealers, they'll get these albums, those Whitman albums, and they'll have uncirculated coins in it. And they'll pop out 50 uncirculated, let's just say 51Ds. They'll put them all in a tube. That can be a blockbuster roll to search.
Yeah.
I mean, you can fill in a lot of spots if you're trying to get every one, you know, because ultimately that's what it turns into. And yeah, those are good stuff. I never discount a roll because it's not in a bank wrapper. Matter of fact, bank wrapped rolls are more of a gamble, in my opinion, than tubed rolls are. Because you open a bank wrapped roll and it can be full of crap. I mean, literally, it could have circulated coins in it. It could have coins that are just got cheese all over them and all sorts of debris and stuff like that. And, you know, people get upset. They're like, well, this was supposed to be an uncirculated roll. Well, it was uncirculated. It's a pretty broad term, you know?
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. What bank was it stored at doesn't mean they stored it in the best environment.
Right. And, you know, when there's a bank wrapped roll that's 70 years old, you don't know where it's been sitting for 70 years. It goes into people's dresser drawers, in their garage, and, you know, so when you open it up, seeing green spots on it is not uncommon. And it kind of is a letdown because to try to put it in a tube and resell it, you're not going to be able to do it. It almost has to go into the circulated stuff or the about circulated stuff bags that you buy. But there's good stuff in I mean, you can find stuff in every roll. Most dealers don't look for varieties, errors, anything like that. They're looking for a high grade coin to send in. So, I mean, so if you're looking for a roll, it's probably been looked at for super high grades.
Thanks, Joe. He said, I just watched your full ad, brother.
So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
That's what I got to say about that.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, rolls are rolls. Don't discriminate.
Yeah, and
He even
we've
said
had
aboard an F-16 once, the tail fins are kind of tricky. You should only have one on a 16, right?
two on a 15, one on a 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But I think Angry's right. I think that Paula needs an F-15 or F-16. They're Angry.
Hmm.
How
Yeah,
about you and I work that out, Angry? I'll talk to you about it, okay?
Oh, you don't have to do
I'll
that.
get you an
When I
F-16,
first
Paula.
started in the military, the Kingsley Field was F-16 were what they flew, and then they retired them, I think, and they switched to the 15s. And I guess did they bring back the 16s, or did they? I can't remember.
They still manufacture them to this day, as far as I know. But I think it's, like everything else, squadrons can be retired or put into reserve, and then they bring them out there and bring,
Well, I think that the Kingsley just switched to the 15s then.
Yeah.
It's also a training, one of the training bases also. So
have a great day, 9 for 9. Thank you all for coming in. We appreciate you, bud. Were you both in the chair force? So I was Navy. I worked for Navy, Army, Air Force. I was actually enlisted in the Navy, though. Paula was medic in the Air Force.
I didn't see a lot of chairs.
She saw a lot of gurneys, though. I remember sitting outside when I was younger. We used to go up to Ogden to Hill Air Force Base, and we would play golf, and we'd do tournaments out there. And there's like hole number 6 or something like that. It's a par 3, and it's probably, God, no joke, 900 feet from the edge of the runway. And those F-16s would take off, and they'd take off vertical off of. Oh my God, man. I always just loved the sound of that. Absolutely phenomenal sound. Love the sound of freedom. And then when I worked out by Lackland, I used to work over near Port Authority, which is, like 3 miles from the flight line over there at Lackland, and just hear that massive as that come flying around. Love that sound. Sound of freedom, baby. But my favorite one is still the F-15. I like the F-15 just because Navy and that. So fun stuff. Sean Witzel, what is your favorite silver coin to collect? I'm going to ask you for a clarification. Silver coin or silver round? Are we talking bullion coins? Or are we talking actual silver? Like when I mean by a silver coin, I'm talking about like 64 Kennedys, quarters. What are we looking? Actual coins.
Isabella.
I don't have an Isabella. I need to get an Isabella. If I collected coins, Isabella, that would be one of them. I like standing Liberty quarters. I really like standing Liberty quarters. And I also like war nickels. I know a lot of people are like, war nickels are war nickels.
I love war nickels.
I like war nickels. There are some amazing varieties on them. I just like one. I like the silver content, but I like the giant mint marks on them. And I also love looking through that era because of Henning. I'm a big Henning nickel fan. I love them. Matter of fact, I got Joe's book sitting right around the corner. I can reach it in a second. But I enjoy those. Now, my favorite one all time is the peace dollar. I know there's a lot of people that can't stand the peace dollar. I love my peace dollars. I have to say that that's my favorite silver piece. Excluding the rarities, the genuine flowing hair. Some of the silver pattern coins. I don't collect those. I don't have the money to collect those items.
Because it's
But
the only classic Kamem that we have, Joe, that's a quarter.
yeah. Lots of people love Morgans. I like Morgans. But they aren't my go-to. I love Peace Dollars. I got my Peace Dollar book sitting over here. I look at it frequently. But as far as I like nickels, I know Paula hates nickels.
I'm a nickel lover.
Chuck probably threw up in his mouth.
I don't hate them. Now, I love the Buffalo nickel, and I love the Shield nickel, and I love the V nickel.
Yeah. So, but when you talk
Jefferson's, Jefferson's with certain varieties.
I just got a 43D war nickel in a 67 star slab. It's bright yellow and orange. That is really cool liquid. You're going to have to send me some of these photos.
I'm actually watching
really
a nickel
cool
right now on eBay that hopefully I don't forget to, it may go too high though, but it's got a great error on it.
I got somebody else sent a coin. Hold on. Say that one more time, Paula. Sorry.
I said, I am watching a Jefferson nickel right now on eBay that it ends today, and it has a great error on it, and it is labeled wrong.
Very cool.
So as a much more minor error than it actually is.
I just got this one in.
Okay, what's the question?
They're asking what it is, so I'm going to give this to chat.
A 1949S.
Yes, exactly.
It is a weed scent, I'm sure.
Yes.
Amy says the 4 has doubling. Does it?
I don't know if you want me to answer or not, so I'm being quiet.
The 9 is off. Joe McBride says mechanical doubling. Let's look at it. What do we see here? Remember, when we talk about the whole design elements, we talk about these items. We look at number 1. You look at the corn spin through some pocket. It's well circulated.
Always.
It's well loved.
That's right, Eric. That's right, Eric. You always want to look at the whole coin. Don't forget, you want to look at the whole coin. And I imagine
doubling, it would be on the 9. 9s probably, and the mint mark.
It is a hit. It is displaced metal. The 9 also has damage, and the 4 has damage.
Yep. So unfortunately, this is a damaged coin. Liquid says, is it a repunched mint mark?
It is not. This S also has a little bit of damage to it. And so
at this photo, I would say it is not.
Probably seeing it smashed, and you're probably seeing a little bit of pushed up metal there from it being kind of pushed. Copper is pretty soft, and so you can actually get entire numbers pushed to the side and moved and displaced. And
I got another photo for you, Paula.
Okay. They call, sometimes you'll see it on like 1950 Lincoln Wheat cents that look like a 51. They call it a slash digit. They used to think it was an actual error. It's actually written in Spadone's book called the slashed digit. And it's actually just pushed displaced metal. So if you, a lot of times that happened from when kids would put pennies in those little gumball machines.
Yeah, the crank would catch it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's hot. That's kind of sexy.
And then there's the
Holy
F-16.
moly.
Oh, I'm going to work with Angry to get you one of those, Paula.
Oh,
okay.
That's
we'll
sweet.
get that to you. We'll make sure that you have one of those. But this is badass. So this is my latest pour from Angry. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, this is SR-71 Blackbird is without a doubt my favorite airplane of all time. I like the Concorde. I think the Concorde is really cool. This is, but the SR-71 Blackbird, they have, and you know this, Paula, they got a really cool one decommissioned at Lackland. I love going over and looking at that plane. It's fabulous to understand.
Do they have that on the parade field?
Yep.
Or is it just okay?
Yeah, it's still on the parade field.
It wasn't there when I was there, but
yeah. So there are something like 16 planes that are there. You've got troop transports, and you've got some of the airlift stuff and some of the old medlift planes.
I know they've added some to their static display, but I didn't know if they had it. I mean, they have kind of static displays in other places too, but I didn't know if they had that one on the parade field.
Yep. Almost 4 ounces. It's 3.6 ounces. So,
holy cow.
Yeah, it's beautiful. A beauty. Took me a while to get it, but yeah, that's on my way. That's on its way to me. So Angry is extremely talented, folks. He does some amazing stuff. So you have to get with him if you like this kind of stuff. Get with him and have him do one of the stuff. The F-16 and the F-15 are both over an ounce, but I'll make sure that I get you one of those F-16 Paulas. That'll be my that'll be a gift to you to say thank you for all you've done. So
I should bring out my pours someday. I have so many pours.
We can do that. We can do a session where we talk about other collectible items and bring out some pours and stuff like that. We'll have to get Angel up here, and she can act out her entire pour collection.
Well, I have them like put away right now because I'm living in my office right now, so I'm kind of out of room. But when I move back into my bedroom and this becomes my office again, I want to get something up on my wall or something like that where I can actually put my pours out. I just don't have a place. I don't even have a place to put like a shelf or anything for them. So
yeah, Angry, I'll need that one too. I've got a good friend of mine that flies CAS. CAS is close air support. He flies CAS for the Marines, and he used to be he used to fly helos, and he transferred over and flew A-10s for a while. And I got to take a tour with him, and we didn't fly in the A-10, but I actually got to sit in the cockpit of the A-10. And that is a bad plane, dude. The A-10 is a workhorse, man.
I'm gonna go get some coffee.
But yeah, the A-10 is really cool. And that's one thing that I enjoyed. So I am all about our services: Air Force, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, Space Force. If you serve or you're a person who supports veterans who are in any kind of conflict or environment, I'm there to support you. And because of many friendships and relationships I've had over the years, I've had the opportunities to see a lot of amazing things. But the A-10 is it's a badass plane. And if you've never watched videos of CAS or that close air support and what that plane does, it is wicked. The only other one that is cool, and I can never remember the name of it, it's the prop plane that has the air cannons on the side that flies around in a circle. And it's actually like a tank mounted cannon inside this airplane. It is amazing. I'll have to find out what that is, but that's another one of those close air support planes that are they're fabulous, dude. They are really C-130. Is that what that is? Is that a C-130? Just wicked cool, man. Shooting a freaking cannon out the side of an airplane. Just wicked cool stuff.
Hey,
the Spectre gunship. Yes, thank you, Magnuson. That's exactly what that is.
Spectre.
Yeah, the Spectre gunship. That's exactly what that is. Thank you. Is that a C-130 though? It might be.
KC-130.
KC-130. There you go. Yeah, that plane is wicked.
I got a Blackbird question for you. I just looked at looking at thing. Is it true that every A-12, Y-12, and SR-71 is still in existence at museums? Everyone they ever built?
I don't know the answer to that. I know that I think it's the only spy plane that's never been shot down.
It is. None of them ever crashed or ever were shot down. And according to this website, all of them ever manufactured are in museums.
Oh, you got them in, Paula. Okay, cool. I see the stickers. I noticed the shape of the stack elector one. You got your Haley bug round in. Isn't that a cool round?
Yes.
I love that little copper round.
Very cool. I do too.
That is, it's, think like a captain, act like a pirate. I love that freaking round. I got a few of them. I need to get more. That is a really cool piece.
Thank you. So
Liquid
much.
Electrum. I saw a guy in Whatnot pours amazing pours, postal pours. I wonder if that's Postal Mint. Postal Mint does some interesting stuff. May not be the same person. Good morning, Bellows. Good day. How are you? Off the Magic Dragon. Green Berets.
Don't judge me.
Kevin, I have not sent. Let me check that out. Hold on just a second. He just sent me an email. Here is. Oh, I like that. This is Kevin Rose. Now we're doing a little pop shot on. This is Kevin Rose pours.
Oh, nice. Wow.
And this is actually, so the one thing about the ones that Angry does, is if you look at them straight, they look wonky because they're designed to lean, so they appear to be 3D. They're 2D dimensional, but when you look at them a certain way, they go into the right frame of reference and they look like they're standing up from the surface. This is actually like a 3D level model sit on there. That's pretty cool.
That's
yeah, and this is why you were saying the fins are tricky. That's a 15 though. That's not a 16.
No, that's not a 16.
Yep, F-15. That's beautiful, beautiful plane. Sandcastle is so detailed. Oh, got it. Sandcast. Got you. Yeah, again, we have a lot of amazing people that do some really cool stuff. Ringmaster Ray does. Actually, hold on just a second. Let me go grab one of my favorite pieces from Ringmaster Ray. You guys have seen this, I'm sure, but let me grab this. I love this piece.
Mingmaster.
Ringmaster what?
Mingmaster. Good morning, everybody. Don't look at my...
So while we've gotten off the collectible coins and got onto silver and pours, here, let me make myself big. I love this piece. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, my son-in-law would go nuts over that.
So freaking cool. So this is, he's almost 11 ounces. He's a hefty, he's a pretty big chunky monkey. Stands on his own. I've got one other piece that is coming. It's an axe that I'm having made that fits in here. So he'll be holding an axe. Got that one too. But this is for all you Harry Potter fans. This is 13 ounces, and that is a garnet.
Some of my pours out.
This is Voldemort's wand. And Ringmaster Ray poured that one. So we have a number of talented people who do some pretty fire stuff.
My Ringmaster Ray paperweight is on my screen.
I have.
You got one too, don't you?
Well, I have the very first one that he did. Yeah. Yeah. Cool stuff.
Don't ask me who poured these things though, because
That's the Megalodon tooth. Yep.
I don't have the COAs. Most of them are probably poured by Red.
Southern Coin Hunter. My nephew is in the Navy and is a corpsman. He developed a new
Okay.
treatment for PTSD. It's been implemented across all branches of the armed services. That is cool.
I want to mirror my camera.
Yeah, that is really cool. We definitely need some of that stuff.
Oh, that's that tooth.
The Megalodon tooth. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool stuff. Yeah, we've got a lot of talented people. Kevin does really cool jewelry. If you like jewelry and gemstones and stuff like that, Kevin does a lot of amazing stuff. He also does. You have some tribal stuff too, I think. Who else is the other guy who does the tribal stuff? I can't remember his name. He does
Right.
like tribal pouches stuff. I'm making you big now.
Oh, it's okay. Anyway, I have a bunch of.
I need that trident.
I know, isn't that cool?
I need that trident.
And this mermaid is just so detailed too. It's
Yeah, yeah. I can't remember what's his name.
I have.
Oh, Jack Allman. Jack Allman. Yeah, that's right. Jack Allman makes the medicine pouches that are freaking amazing. They are really, really cool. We have so many talented people that do some amazing craftsmanship stuff here. It's just, it's phenomenal.
I can't get it open. Oh, there we go.
Jack Skellington.
Mm-hmm. That one's cool. I have so many. I've got all my little Nemo.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
No, I have a lot of pours. I can't. I'm not going to pull them all out because
we need to do that one day. Let's actually. Are you good for that next Sunday?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You are fine.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Where's Ray? Where's Ray?
Good morning.
That is so cool.
Little Nemo.
Let's do that. Hey, do you have any silver pours, Eric?
Most of these are red. Most of these were poured by Red.
Let me work. I'll get a hold of Ringmaster Ray. Angry, if you're available, you available to come up next Sunday? Sunday morning. Kevin Rose, if you want to come up next Sunday, I'll set up thing and we will talk about silver pours. We'll do just a collectible, fun pours and stuff like that. Are you guys up for that? Would that be something you guys would like to do? Kevin says all for it. Yeah, Red is an OG. Red's done some amazing stuff. I got one of
most of my pours are from Red or from RN Metals.
Yeah, Kevin says he's down for it. Angry, are you good to do that next Sunday? Yeah, that's cool. I love Jack Skellington. Bifrost would freak out about that.
See how these things get so cloudy?
Yep.
That's why I have to take all of my pores out of them because they all got, and it's not the pore. The pore is still, the pore's not cloudy or anything, but these things are no bueno. I have to take all my pores out of them and figure out a different way to display them. But, oh well. Take me off.
I just messaged Ray and asked him if he would be willing to come up next Sunday and go through this as well. I think that would be fun. I think there's a lot of people in here who look like they're liking that stuff. So let's do that. I won't
be doing it next Sunday because I probably won't be on here at all next weekend.
Oh, okay.
Because I have a lot to I got a lot to do with the St. Jude's and get stuff ready and everything. So.
Oh, that's right.
Next weekend, so we probably shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine because St. Jude's, we will roll into St. Jude's. We'll be finishing about the time Ida will start her pre warm up. So it wouldn't be a problem to have people do it. Most of the people that I would ask are not they're not presenting stuff. I need to get a hold of Big Red too. See what he's doing.
Speaking of that, I want to remind you guys once again, and I appreciate all of you that helped out yesterday. And this is not coming from Ida. This is coming from me. If you're planning on being at the St. Jude's next weekend, and I hope that you are, Ida, there's never any shipping charge for the person who makes a purchase for the St. Jude's auction. Ida covers all of the shipping herself. And shipping has gone up ridiculous. And like I said, last year her shipping was over $1,500, but fortunately she had about $900 in donation. As of, I don't know how much she has now because you guys donated stuff yesterday, and I appreciate that so much, and I know she does too. But her shipping is probably going to be around $3,000 this year, if I had to guess. And before yesterday, she only had about $150 to help her out. So if there's any way that you guys could throw a couple bucks her way to help with the shipping, like, I know she would appreciate it, but she would never ask. And so I'm asking because she's one of my best friends. But yeah, just consider that when you're at the auction next weekend or even before. If you buy something, you know, the payment when you buy something goes directly to St. Jude's. There's no middleman. But if you do buy something, maybe, you know, on the sly, shoot Ida a couple bucks for your shipping. That would be amazing. So anyway.
Tamako, yeah, you're naming some OG folks right there, Kevin.
Tomoko, yes, Tomoko.
Liquid, I will. I'll send you something. I'll get a hold of you. We'll figure out a way to get some photos from you. No worries. I'll connect with you and we can do that. Just send me an email. I'll respond to the email and I'll give you a way to get that information to me. No problem. We'll work on that. Because you've named off some really cool stuff that I'd like to show. Very cool. So we got a couple people that are interested in doing that. Next week is St. Jude. So please make sure you're doing that. Again, we'll put the donation list information in there. You'll be paying St. Jude directly. It doesn't go to any of us. It doesn't go to Paula. It doesn't go to Ida. It goes straight to St. Jude. That's extremely important because we need people to understand it's not being filtered through anybody. All the money ends up directly in St. Jude's hands. It's not 95% of it. It's not 99% of it. 100% ends up in St. Jude's hands. So, and we take nothing from the donations to St. Jude and use for shipping either. It all is straight to St. Jude. So it's really important. Robert Bruce, good day. Robert, yesterday you told me that you wanted me to send the item over to somebody else, and I have that here. It's ready to go. So as soon as I am done, I will fire that off.
Yeah,
so
didn't you say his poker chip goes to Daryl?
I did. Yep, I got that, and it's all right here. So I wanted to let you know that it was going out, and thank you for that. Is she doing this on YouTube? She will be doing this on YouTube. Yes. Let me put the link in.
She's doing this next Saturday and Sunday.
Yep. So just go to Ida Herring. And there's a ton of stuff, tons and tons of stuff.
Last year we raised the best coin community raised $50,000 for St. Jude's last year. We probably won't meet that goal this year just because Ida had back surgery, so she was out for a few months. So it got kind of behind. But
And there's about half the items, right? That there was last year.
No, I mean, so we've got like 400 items. So we have a good donation thing, but we don't have, like last year we had, I think, 3 silver boxes and a gold and a bunch of gold items, and we don't have that stuff this year. But we still have the generosity from this community is always unbelievable. But I mean, people have been, when they've been going to other auctions and other benefit, Wounded Warrior stuff and Can-Can's benefit, Toys for Tots and stuff, they'll buy stuff for that benefit and they'll donate it back to the St. Jude's. So it's been really amazing to see what the people have been doing. I mean, it's crazy. I guess last night too, Amanda messaged me and she's like, "Oh my God, people are on Silver Seekers buying stuff and sending," because donations are cut off for this year. They are cut off. We are taking no more donations. The spreadsheet's done. But she said, "Oh, somebody needs to tell them that if they donate stuff, it'll go into next year." She's panicking. She's like, "I can't, no." But they were still up until last night, buying stuff and wanting to donate to St. Jude's. And it's just so amazing.
There is the list in chat.
Nice. Yeah, go over and check out the spreadsheet, you guys. There's a slideshow too. You can see all the pictures of all the items. And there are some amazing things on there. Don't look at the shield nickel.
What shield nickel?
Look at the shield nickel. Just don't look at it. It's ugly.
Yeah, there's a couple of cool things on there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Ooh, there is a couple. They've added some since yesterday. Nice.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yep, some pretty neat stuff. Hey, what's up, Chuck? Good to see you. Good morning, sir. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cool things up there. So again, please make sure you're going over there, supporting them. Check out what they do. Bill Fitz, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun. There's a ton of work that goes into this, so make sure that you are saying thank you to the people who are moderating and then the people who are there on panel for Ida for putting it together. There's a lot of work that goes into that, so make sure.
And let me tell you, if you guys have an opportunity and you see Amanda, Coin and Card Hobbyist, give her a special thank you, because she did. Ida sends her. Ida takes pictures of the items and then sends them over to Amanda. Amanda does the entire spreadsheet.
I would venture to say she's lurking, because she is a lurker.
She does the slideshow. She does the entire spreadsheet. That girl is a workhorse. Let me tell you, she made the most amazing comic yesterday. She made the most amazing comic strip.
You want to share that?
I love it. Sure.
We'll make it a bit full screen.
She's not lurking.
I don't see the slideshow though.
I just tried to tag her in a message.
It's at the very top. The slideshow's at the very top.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hang on, let me pull this up. Oh, I love this so much. I shouldn't show it though, because I think she's making a short for it, but that's okay. I'm going to show it anyway because it's beautiful. And it is all over Facebook right now, this comic strip. It is all over. Okay, let me share.
How many items are in that slideshow?
Cut, I don't know, like 400.
461. Wow.
Mm.
That is crazy.
You saw it, Farm Dog? Isn't it great? She did such a great job on it. I love it so much. She's all paranoid. She goes, should I take his name or his photo off of there? Do you think he'll sue us? I said, no. I said, his photo is everywhere. He has like 5,000 channels. And I said, his name's not mentioned. The channel's not mentioned or his name, but people will know who it is. I don't know if you guys can read it, but.
You want to read it out loud?
I can. So the first box there says, sees a video about a 1982 D copper cent worth thousands. It just needs to weigh 3.1 grams. The next one says, that guy must know his stuff. He has over 1 million subscribers. He said I can find it in my pocket change, so I better start checking. And then the next one says, oh my gosh, I found one. I'm going to be rich. I should share it on Facebook. And then down below says, Joe is so excited. He can't wait to share this amazing find on a coin collecting Facebook group. And then it says, after making his post, some lady named Paula says, this is pocket change. In order for it to be valuable, it needs to be a small date and you have a large date. And the guy says, Paula doesn't have 1 million subscribers, so she doesn't know what she is talking about. And the last slide says, Joe decides to send his coin in for grading so he can prove everyone in that group wrong. And then it says, apparently she was right. I spent $40 to grade a coin worth face value. I guess some big channels get away with giving bad information. The end.
It's awesome.
That term $40. That's
I know.
Correct. I mean, it's going to be $75 by the time.
Oh, I know. Well, if you can send it to Annex for cheap, but
right. I'm just saying, like PCGS, there's $45 just in charges before you even get a coin graded.
Yeah, no, she and listen, I put that up in Ken's group, and the very first comment was somebody saying, $40, that's cheap. You can't, that doesn't even cover the shipping. And I'm like, are you missing the point?
Right.
Are you missing the point here? And so she said, should I change it to like $100? I said, no, just leave it. Like people will get the point.
People, there's always a critic. There's always a critic.
Right.
So
that's right. Especially on Facebook, because it's easy to be
especially on Facebook. That's correct.
Well, I came right back and I said, no, you can send it to Annex. They run like $13 coin specials. You can do it for $40.
Well, folks, it is almost 10 o'clock my time. I'm going to go have breakfast with my wife.
Too,
say again?
That people don't, I'm sorry, just one real quick thing. A lot of things people don't consider is when these new people decide to send these amazing finds in to be graded, the first place they usually check will be PCGS, just because that's what everybody recommends. And they will typically join the club, which costs them a ton of money. Yes, they'll get free vouchers, but they're not really free because you have to pay the membership.
Even if you get the one without the vouchers, it's $65.
Yeah, and you have to pay the shipping and back to and back, and the insurance.
Well, it's shipping there. Then they have an $11 service fee, which covers the plastic thing they ship it to you in. Then it's $31 minimum, depending on the value of the coins. The more the value, the more the shipping, because there's insurance in that. And also, the final value of your coin determines the actual final fees you pay.
Yeah.
So saying that they said it was $17 or whatever, if you send $100,000 coin in, that coin's going to cost a lot of money to grade.
Yeah.
More than $17.
But I thought that comic strip was perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Anyway, okay. Bye, everybody. Have a blessed Sunday.
Have a good one, Paula.
Bye.
See ya.
Yep, I got to get working on the garage. I'll talk to you later.
I'm going to be doing some yard work later today myself. So take care of yourselves. All right, folks. Well, Sunday, fun day. You always do what you can do to make sure we have good chat. Thank you for the folks that sent in pictures. I will work with Angry and Kevin and get with Ringmaster Ray and some other folks to see about getting some pourers up here and talk about some pours next Sunday. I think that'll be fun. I'm going to be reaching. I straight cut Paula off. That's right. We're going to be reaching out to Sean Blue Ridge Silverhound and coordinating a time for him. You guys have asked for more people like that to be on, so I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to end the polls. On the vert side, Superman was the number one with 41%. Enemy of the State was number two at 30%. And then on this one, Enemy of the State won with 36%. The next one was Wide Earp and Superman. Again, Gene Hackman had an amazing career of some beautiful movies. And so we owe a debt of gratitude to all the years of enjoyment for Gene Hackman. So to his family, we wish our sympathies and just thanks. Another iconic set of people for our iconic set of movies for our viewing pleasure over the years. So absolutely. French Connection. Yeah. So many great movies. So it was sad to hear him pass, but I'm glad that foul play was ruled out. So, all right, folks. Well, I am going to go have lunch with my wife and I'm going to visit and then I'm going to go get some yard work done today. I hope you all stay safe. I'm sure that I will see you guys out and about. Tomorrow, I will be releasing a video. This is a video about 10 coins that I like that were sold over $1 million. It's not going to be the standard top 10 coins worth money. It's going to be something different. So stay tuned for that. And then Wednesday, I drop another video in the series about the commemorative half dollars. So if you're interested in those, please go over and check those out. And again, earlier in the stream, Joe talked about the varieties, the double dice, and the different classifications. Again, you can go to my channel, go to the little question mark, the little eyeglass thing in the corner, and say double dice or classes of double dice, and you'll be able to see those shorts, and you can watch those as well. All right, folks. Well, I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy your first day of the jump forward. Be well, be blessed, and I will see you all. Ooh, grab my glasses. I will see you all in the stream.